Hi there. It got to be evening time, and I'm doing the reading from the Golden Present. I These are daily inspirational readings by Sri Swami Satchidananda. I thought I would get to this earlier. I actually tried many times throughout the day, and something happened each time where I wasn't able to do the reading. And I was also trying to get to share this with different people, and it didn't work out. So here we are. Happy International Women's Day. I was also trying to get one of my friends, one of my female friends, to join me. Thought it would be kind of cool, but just things work out the way they work out. So here I am for March 8th, and the heading is The Final Straw. And this is a long one. Oh boy. I think this might be the longest one that I've read yet, so hang on. You cannot say exactly what will open your mind and when it will happen. The real knowledge or wisdom will not dawn slowly. Once you get it, you have it. If you don't get it, you don't have it. The realization doesn't come little by little. Realization is instantaneous. When will it happen? Nobody can tell you. Even a small, trifling thing could do it. I will tell you a story about a saint named Patinatar. His father was a very rich man who had made a lot of money from shipping and other businesses. The father had seen many saints and sages and had studied a lot, but nothing had opened his mind to the truth. He repeated his mantra regularly, performed religious rituals, did all the spiritual practices, but wisdom didn't dawn in him. One day he asked his son, Patinatar, to take his ship and go buy some merchandise. Patinatar went to an island and saw the poor people there. He spent all the money, millions of dollars, on helping these people. Patinatar realized that he couldn't go home with an empty ship, so he filled the entire ship with cow dung cakes, which were probably worth $100 or less. Then he sailed home. As soon as the boat arrived, some of the boatmen ran to the father and told him, "Your son has gone crazy. He spent all of your money, and all he came back with is cow dung." The father was so upset that he didn't even want to see his son. When Patinatar arrived at the house, his father was not even there to greet him. Patinatar gave a small package to his mother and said, "Please give this to my father when he comes. I will see you later." With that, he walked out. When the father came home, he asked, "Where is my son?" His wife told him that Patinatar had come and gone and gave him the package. When the father opened the package, he found a broken sewing needle and a note. The note said, "Even the eye of a broken needle will not come with you on your final journey." As soon as he read those words, he immediately took off his fancy clothes, put on a loincloth, said goodbye to his house and his businesses, and walked out. Realization had dawned in him. He had heard many hundreds of stories before. He had read volumes. He knew all the philosophy, but nothing had opened his eyes until he saw these few words. Realization can dawn with the smallest thing. It doesn't have to be a big blow. That trifling thing is what you call the final straw. Wisdom dawns that way. At any moment, anything could be the last straw for you. Then you are enlightened. Until then, you are still preparing yourself. You are getting ready for that moment. Wow. All right. Um, I it just said my startup disk is almost full. That could be the final straw for my computer, or maybe for this video. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I was kind of surprised that it said, once you get it, you have it. The realization doesn't come little by little. Realization is instantaneous. When will it happen? No one can tell. Even a small trifling thing can do it. I was kind of surprised by that. It's instantaneous rather than thinking it's this slowly you realize this and then you realize that and then you realize this and you realize that and then you put it all together and you go, oh, but maybe that's it. It's that moment when we go, oh, that there is that realization, and it's by until we do, we're preparing ourselves. So maybe all those little things that are connecting, it's like that final piece in the jigsaw. Well, usually you can tell what's going on in the jigsaw puzzle before, but in a way, it is that final piece until the whole picture comes together. That you kind of have that moment of if maybe you do see it coming, but it's even that sense of completion, and maybe realizing all the effort that it took to create this full picture. It was a full experience. I don't know if I'm saying that person's name, Patinatar, but it was used a lot, so I had this struggle to say it. Yeah, just like that idea that there's some, it could be trifling or it could be a very powerful few words or few things or symbols that kind of shake us into alignment, and like all those pieces sort of go and they come together, and you have that aha moment that just can't go away. And I feel like I want to think of some that I've had, and I'm not having one at the moment. I think yeah. Maybe you're thinking of one right now. You can share about it. But I'm feeling more on the side of sleepy. I think about even with the Women's Day, International Women's Day. This isn't a new holiday. This is something basically has been going on for, I guess, like over a century. I think I read that this day has been honored to honor the rights and the nature, basically, of women being very much a part of our society. The fact that we even have to do this is based on the fact that in history it wasn't seen that way. Women were not seen as equal. Black people were not seen as equal. Gay people were not seen as equal. Transgender people were not seen as equal. And some of that still exists today. But we have to keep going through this journey that slowly, slowly puts these little dots together that helps all of us see that we're the same. We're part of this same experience. And maybe those are some aha moments, when we tend to think that we're different. When you have that experience with somebody who does look different from you, but you realize at your heart's level, you meet, you're at that same point of experience, of a life experience. It doesn't matter what someone looks like when they've had a life experience that's broken their heart. I think about or something like a horrible disaster like 9/11 or a plane crash. When you have all these seemingly random people that all end up gathering because of a shared experience, and it's through that they don't see differences. They're not worrying about, oh, I need to be with the people who look like me. They're feeling that shared experience, and it's through that we're able to be reminded about what's important. What do we gain by compartmentalizing and segregating and demoting or elevating one another?